All right. What is up, fam? Today, I want to go over just 5 games that you probably don't know about in the NFT blockchain gaming space. If you're kind of here, you probably know about Axie Infinity. You went through the rabbit hole. You found the sandbox. You found all these games that the influencers are pumping. And now it's just trying to figure out alpha and try to find information out to try to beat the influencers to the space, right? And so that's like where the most difficult thing is. And we've taught about this in like our Discord. We've taught this about in my previous videos. If you want to learn about how to get ahead of the pack, just go ahead, watch one of my videos. It's called like 10 ways to get ahead of the masses. You're going to want to watch that before like jumping into this whole NFT gaming space. Okay. But this is for you guys just to show you just the way that we're thinking in the Discord. This is a community, by the way, and we are like a family. We are very active every single day to trying to find these gaming gems. There's even a gaming gem in our Discord that is not mentioned here. But what I want to kind of get into is 5 games that you probably didn't know about. So number 1 is going to be Sidus NFTs, the NFT heroes. And this is like one of these games that is like so under the radar just because it looks like just any other like profile. It doesn't look like it. It's beautiful art. But it does look like this kind of profile picture type of OpenSea project. But like if you dig a little bit deeper, there's so much more to Sidus NFT heroes. And I'm just here to explain it to you a little bit just to help you understand like this is actually a gem that I don't think is completely minted. And there's also some other things down the pipeline that is just amazing. This channel is all about NFT gaming and blockchain gaming. And this one is right up that alley. At first look, it doesn't look like it, but I just kind of want to go into the whole idea behind it. So these cards, these NFTs are avatars in which that are going to be able to be played in the game. So everything starts with 4,000 original heroes, 1,000 rare cards, then 500 legendary characters. And those characters in which that like you own on the Ethereum blockchain can be played on in a game. And the CEO is working on a trailer 1 to 2 weeks out that is going to show kind of a little teaser of the game. And from there, it's 5 to 6 months out before the release of the game. And the game is going to be kind of like Marvel Strike Force or a type of Mortal Kombat type of game, which is like to me really awesome because I've bought characters in this. I really believe in it. I've talked with the CEO. Seems like he has his head on straight. And so I'm super excited about this project. Just to give you a little bit more details about this, there's different ways that you can actually make money off of these heroes. Number 1 is you can actually stake them and actually create some type of revenue generation. Number 2, you can actually get proceeds from the revenue of the secondary marketplace. So OpenSea actually does fees. And so from there, if you hold one of these heroes and like 200 NFT tokens, you get 50% of the royalties from the team, which is pretty awesome to me. So not only is it going to be becoming a game, there's also a passive stake functionality that you can have. Okay. So Sidus NFT heroes, look it up. Team is awesome. Marketing team is good. The CEO seems like he knows what he's doing, and I'm super pumped about it. Next up is Meadowlands Gg or Meadowlands. And this is on the CFI token. And the CFI token has actually kind of been pumped lately just for the fact that Becker and LEO trades like thing has been going on. But the Meadowlands GG, this is like more of like kind of like a Call of Duty or Counter-Strike. I'm not too sure what it is, but in terms of the play tile. But every single thing that's in this is going to be an NFT. And at first, this game kind of looked like, not that impressive to me. But what kind of really shifted my mindset to the more bullish side, because I was more bearish and more bullish, is I actually watched their 45-minute like live Ask Me Anything with the dev team that's making it. And they just seem like they're so laser focused on making the game, and this is all they care about. And that's what I'm looking at, like in terms of the dev team. Like, you could have this amazing marketing and you can like be really good at like marketing the game, but if the game's not fundamentally fun or there's not staying power to it, like I don't want to invest in it. So Meadowlands GG, it was kind of at first glance I was like, this doesn't look like something I want to invest in. It kind of looks like kind of I don't know, sub-tier compared to some of these AAA studio games coming out, but this could be like an indie team that is like so in love with the game that has a cult following that is going to have like a crazy amount of transactions, which leads to higher revenues, as we see in Axie Infinity, which broke $800 million in revenue with just 1 million daily active users, which is comparatively compared to like Activision Blizzard, Take-Two Interactive, and all that stuff, is absolutely crazy. Next up is D-Race. D-Race, if you've watched my channel so far, you already know about this. D-Race is a horse racing game kind of similar to Zed-Run, but Zed-Run doesn't have its own token. D-Race does. And so D-Race, everything in terms of an investor standpoint, this is a game that I'm looking at. It's very sticky. And it comes to NFT horses. You own the NFT horses. You can own NFT hippodromes, which are like the stadiums in which these horses run in. You could possibly make revenue models through creating advertisement. Also, you can be betting on the horses, and you could also race your horses and create revenue through that way. So there's a lot of different ways in which that you can create revenue, as well as I think the team might have a long enough vision to be able to kind of use this technology to apply it to different races. If you're wanting to know more about D-Race, I made a whole like 45-minute video on them, and also like a 20-minute video just kind of consolidating that information for you to enjoy. So if you want to do that, go watch that. Not going to touch too much about it because I beat this horse to death. That was good. Come on. I'm a dad, you know. Next is Theatin Arena. This is actually kind of starting to kind of go towards the edge of people knowing about this. But Theatin Arena is kind of like this Brawl Stars that's actually created already. They're actually flipping it onto blockchain games or blockchain, which creates its own token and all that stuff. And I'm going to definitely be getting into this as soon as it becomes public. They are just finished up their whitelist, and they actually got some people in it. Last one is Big Time Studios. And again, this is kind of moving more towards people know about this already, but Big Time Studios has a phenomenal team. These people have worked on AAA titles and are super big on just creating gameplay that's really fun. So it's a third-person RPG action. You know, it's going to be awesome. And the graphics looks amazing. The gameplay looks amazing. And just the team looks amazing. It's one of those things that are just kind of like one of these like no-brainer type of things. And, you know, all of these items are going to be NFTs and can be sold on the secondary marketplace, which creates revenue for their customer base, and also creates revenue from them. So really pumped about all 5 of these. Again, I'm going to go over it just to kind of summarize it. Sidus NFT Heroes coming out 2 to 3 weeks with a trailer. 5 to 6 months. For a full-on game that's going to resemble Marvel Strike Force or Mortal Kombat. Still kind of a little iffy on both of those games, are kind of not matching in my head, but maybe it will come. It'll make sense. Next is Meadowlands, kind of a Call of Duty type of game, Call of Duty or Counter-Strike, where all the skins, all of your costumes, all that stuff is going to be able to be earned. You can also create guns and all that kind of stuff and then sell them on the secondary marketplace. Third is D-Race. D-Race is NFT horses that are just look beautiful. I think there's just a huge market for horse rating and horse betting and all that stuff. I think there's a lot of space for D-Race and also Zed-Run and some other horse races or any type of racing games to be able to do it. It's like saying like Gran Turismo and Forza can't compete in the same type of space, and they just do, right? It's just like 2 people, more like cult-like followings that get to do that. So I think it just is. And it looks so different too. Zed-Run looks kind of like, I don't know, cyberpunk-ish. D-Race looks like what it is. Somebody just said D-Race was popping today. Oh yeah, because Becker pumped it. He's pumping that thing so hard. Next is Theatin Arena. And Theatin Arena, it just makes sense. It's already a developed game. It's already polished, and they're just slapping tokenomics on it and slapping blockchain on it. And 51% of the whole worldwide gamers are mobile. That's why I'm also like super big on like a lot of these, is because a lot of these are coming to mobile. And Big Time Studios, I don't think they already named themselves Big Time Studios, and their first game is Big Time. I do not think that they are going to stop at Big Time. These guys seem like they're in it for the long haul. This action RPG looks beautiful, looks phenomenal, and I don't really have much else to say about that. But those are my 5 right now. If you're interested in Discord, because all of these games have been out for weeks in our Discord channel, and now you guys are getting it right now, which sucks, but if you want to be part of a family that actually like participates, I'm not pitching my Discord channel to have a lot of people join in it. If you do not participate, you will be kicked. Like, I will do that because I am super big onto family and I want everybody to eat, but I want everybody to participate as well. Does Big Time have an in-game coin? Not just yet. They're still figuring out like NFTs and all that kind of stuff. I haven't seen anything about them actually creating some tokens, but the Big Time Studios, kind of similar to like maybe Gala Games or anything like that, might create some type of like currency to get out of the game and onto another game that is on their platform. So if anybody's not familiar with that, I'll break it down a little bit. Like Gala Games is a kind of like a Steam type of platform where, you know, they're going to make a lot of games and there's a lot of developers that are in Gala Games. And so Gala is like the token, and then that token can be moved. It's kind of a use case to move between in-game currencies. So like for example, Miranda's, which is like their biggest game that they're kind of wins their flagship, can be moved into spider tanks, but it has to go through Gala and all that kind of stuff. So, and that's a token supply. And so maybe that's where Big Time Studios is going to be going to. Big Time Studios looks pretty promising, I'll be honest. But that's the answer that I got for you, Parker. JB says, I'm bullish on D-Race also. Yeah, man. So am I. Now let's look up D-Race price action. No problem, man. $3.48. Dang, man. It was like 2 something. Yeah. This is probably Becker's tweet. Let's see when he tweeted it. So yeah, $3.48. That's even just like a market cap. So they have around 20,000 in supply, but I don't really care. 120. Let's just say they have around $3.48. $3.48 times 120 million, which is a fully diluted market cap. That's still sitting at like 417 million. You know, I think they definitely can be a $1 billion market cap, right? I don't even know what Zed runs. Let's just see. Get cap. Right to 6,000. Bro, $6,000 is like $1 trillion market cap. That's a lot, bro. That is a lot. Zed run. I got a lot of people commenting on my D-Race video, like Zedro like Maximalist, man. They just like love it so much. I'm like, I'm not saying that it's going to be bad. I'm just saying that there's going to be competition. Competition is better for the consumer, always. But that is it. Pending any questions, I will head out. I'll wait for a second. What do you think the top tier horses will cost? Man, it's hard to know, man. It's hard to know like how much volume of people are going to be, and it's going to be progressively higher. Especially Becker. It's like he has bringing like a 700,000 following into a space, you know, and he's super bullish on D-Race. Like, I found out he was super bullish. Like when I looked up on him on in.hootui.com and I saw that he would follow D-Race, and I looked into it. I was like, man, this game can be huge. And I think it is. I think it will be. There's a lot of like type of information out there though. It's always hard because there's articles out there that's like they kind of screwed over some people in the beginning of the release and all that stuff. And like it's this kind of contention of like, is this a scam or not? But the more they get closer to it, the more that they kind of get big money behind it, I don't think it's a scam. So like they're going to be doing like Binance, like Smart Chain and like the IGO and like selling the horses, and like they're like partnering with like Polygon and Chainlink. And so I just feel like they have to have like some things, you know, it like for me, if I lose like a few $1,000s in it, like I can't believe like all these other like companies that have put like millions of dollars into the startup of this to be too happy about it. So like for me in that perspective, I think it's it's not that big of a risk for me for the potential rewards of it being, you know, $10, which is $1 billion market cap, which I think is completely fair for them to be able to do, especially if they release in Q4 or they have a beta in Q4. What was it? I think they have the selling of the horses in Q3, have a beta in Q4, and then full release in 2021. So yeah, Zeramis, I don't know how much the price range would be, in my opinion, for the horses. What I really like though about like D-Race is that they're going to be breeding, and it only costs like $1 to breed. So like for me, like a strategy that I'm thinking about doing is buying 2 horses that have pretty high stats, because there's always type of strategy, right? So when it comes to D-Race, it seems like the mechanic will be pretty broken, and I'm probably going to try to exploit it. So there's 2 horses. If they mate, they kind of have a fluctuation between stats. So let's say that you have a baseline speed of 20. It fluctuates. If you breed a horse with 20, it fluctuates either to 21 or to 19. And so I can see a lot of people, especially the best breeders out there, that like pretty much just breed the 20s for just like $1 each all the time until they see that bump up of 21, and then they see another bump up of 21, and then just keep on doing that until they bump up the speed and the agility extremely high, and where like the horses win out, and they can win a lot of money on that. And so I'm going to try to do that until they probably fix it. They're probably going to fix it just for the fact that like, unless they come out with more NFTs that are going to compete with that speed that the breeders are making. Personally, I think that's what that's what I would do. I'm in 1500 USD. Who told me about it? Yeah, man, it's a good exposure. I think it's a really good exposure. Like always in crypto games and stuff like that, always be willing for it to like completely die down. But or at least not die down, but like you could completely lose all your money, right? Like a lot of people got completely screwed with this when they thought like, it was a rug pull, which, it had every indication that it was, but it was DAO maker, right? Luckily I was like on a date with my wife that like I just never really felt this, but like some people that were buying in at $2 or even $3, then it goes straight down to excuse me, goes straight down to 73 cents when DAO maker got hacked, and then now it just trades in a channel and then it spikes back up, right? This is every single parabolic movement is Becker's tweets. That's him. 300 minimum. 300 minimum. We'll see, man. It's really dependent on like, I don't know. The space is like so new that all of it's off the table. Like in terms of like Activision Blizzard and Take-Two Interactive and all these other ones, it's just crazy that like the amount of revenue generation. Like Take-Two Interactive is like 33 years old. Let's see how old Take-Two Interactive, for anybody that doesn't know, is the ones that created Grand Theft Auto. So it's 27 years old, and then Activision Blizzard age 13 years. So like 27 years old and 13 years old of like these Fortune like 500 companies like in Take-Two Interactive that have like hit games of like Call of Duty, World of Warcraft, Overwatch, Grand Theft Auto, Red Dead Redemption, are like not even making as much revenue as Axie Infinity did in the last like couple months. Like that's just kind of crazy to me. And the reason why is like blockchain games, like NFTs, smart contracts, and all that kind of stuff. Like we create the revenues as gamers, and like that's what's like super pumped about like this new evolution of like gaming is like this is way bigger than microtransactions. It's way bigger than anything. This is like all about like players having ownership, and like the reward for these game companies is that for giving us like ownership of our assets and being able to sell it for actual cash, they can create fees off of the game assets. But it gives the power to the players to be able to create the economy and like pretty much do all the hard work for them. Like Activision, Blizzard, Take-Two Interactive, all they have to do, they have to keep on pumping out games, and they have to keep on pumping out all these different skims like Fortnite and all that stuff for keep us engaged to create more revenue for themselves. But for us, it's all organic for them. You just give us a community to be able to go off in, and we take care of the rest. The craziest part, Nature Pro said, the craziest part is when they put D-Race to mobile for sure. I think it's gonna be so easy. It's like the horse betting app that just be able to go on. That's awesome. With breeding. $1.56 buy in was an easy yes. Yeah, I would agree, man. I would agree. Nice D-race call. Yeah, appreciate that. Hopefully it keeps on going up. I've been staking, so I've been staking to hopefully get a horse. But there's always bigger money than I am, right? So I might not even be in the top 40. Whatever. I've been staking. What's CRO for 6 months, then bought D-race? What's staking Crow? What's Crow? Sorry, that's a noob question. Is that crypto.com coin? I don't know. All right. Well, that is all. Yeah, man. Sometimes, Zermis, it's okay. Like, there's like this space is like so new that it's like there's gonna be a game that's out there, and like our Discord channel has a game that I don't think anybody else does. I'm freaking pumped about it. A lot of us are. Kind of like we're a lot of like. There's maybe 3 or 4 of us that's pretty pumped about Sidus NFT Heroes, which is this game right here. And it's by far my like riskiest investment, but like it's becoming less risky as like it goes on. And like all of these characters that I have right here are going to be in the game, and then I got my legendary character coming up on the 18th. So I'm super pumped about that. Okay. So it is a DeFi. Cool. 11.8%. That's pretty good ROI though, my man. There ain't nothing bad about it. 11.8 for 6 months. That's dope. That's a big win. Congrats on that. But yeah, man, Zermis, there's so much games coming out. Like, bro, you're in at the ground level if you're looking into blockchain games right now. But yeah, man. Yeah. Okay, cool. I think that is it. I'll give it a second for if anybody else wants to chat or have any questions. But I think that's it. Is there any other games that you guys are looking into that are like pretty cool? I'm always up to knowing more about it. Yeah, overwhelming NFT craze. I think this project got buried for sure. Came out when like a whole bunch of other ones, like the sevens. I think it came out around the sevens, and that whole debacle. Cool. JBZ. All right, I think that is it for me though, y'all. Hope you guys have a good night, and I'll see you guys on the next blockchain for sure. Blockchain game is going to be lit. I'm super pumped for it. All right. Love you guys. Peace.